In this video, we're going to look at how you use the order of operations to simplify an expression. And the expression that I want to use as an example is going to be 3 plus 2 times 5 minus 2 squared divided by 3. Anytime you're doing the order of operations, you want to keep the order of operations itself in mind, and for a lot of students there's a mnemonic: please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, that will help students remember the order that you have to use, where the P stands for all of your parentheses or groupings, the E stands for all of your exponents, and then multiplication and division are tied, so you perform those as they occur from left to right, and finally addition and subtraction are tied, you perform those as they occur from left to right. The other thing that's useful for a lot of students is to keep in mind the 3 C's. And this is something that's just going to help you keep track of everything and not lose track of little details and make little mistakes. The 3 C's stand for choose. This is where you're going to choose what has to be done first. You will then copy everything else without actually doing that operation, and finally you will calculate the value that comes out of that operation that you have to do. So the way this is going to look is I'm going to write down an equal sign, and then I'm going to look at my expression, and I have to take care of all my parentheses or groupings first, and I notice that I have a set of parentheses here, so I need to calculate the value of what's inside. Before I do that, I want to copy everything else. This is just, again, going to keep me from making little mistakes, so I'll just copy down every single character. I won't think about what they mean just yet, and then I can come back and figure out what 5 minus 2 is. 5 minus 2 is 3, so I'll just put that in the hole, and then I'll come back and think about what's going to be left. There is a parentheses left here, but if you look at this, there's nothing I can do with 3, so I can move on to my E or my exponents, and I do see an exponent in the expression. That's this guy right here, and then I have to copy all of the other material, all of the other symbols. I've got 3 plus 2 times whatever the result is, divided by 3. And then to calculate 3 squared, I want to remember that anytime you have something to a power, you copy down that thing as many times as the power is, and then you multiply the result. So 3 squared is 3 times 3, which is 9. And then I'll take and write that 9 in the parentheses. So I'm going to keep going with my order of operations. I'm going to keep looking for exponents. I don't see any here, so I'll move to multiplication and division. And for that, I notice that I've got a multiplication here. I have 2 times 9, but then I've also got this, 9 divided by 3. And I want to make sure that I keep in mind that multiplication and division, I have to perform them from left to right. So this multiplication is to the left of this division, so I will calculate that first. Before I do that, I'm going to copy everything else. So it's 3 plus, I'm going to get an answer from that, and then I will divide by 3. I have to think of what 2 times 9 is. 2 times 9 is 18. And then I'll keep going with the order of operations, multiplication and division. There's addition, there's division. I have to do that division before I do the addition. So I'll copy down the 3 plus, and then I'll think about what 18 divided by 3 is. 18 divided by 3 is 6. And then finally, I'm at the addition and subtraction step. I've only got a single addition, so the answer is none.